What's up YouTube? This is Connor Bennett, aka DadBobFit613, and today we're going to talk something new. We're going to discuss the setup. I'm going to give you some tips and setup advice for your 3 main lifts. Your setup is one of the most important aspects about your lift. Poor setup equals poor lift. And today I'm going to take you through step by step how I set up for each of my lifts. First, we're going to start with the bro lift, the bench press. Once you're in the setup, you should feel tight throughout your whole body, like a big elastic band. Once I lie on the bench, I always align my eyebrows with the bar, and then center the bar. Next, I use the rack of the bench to squeeze myself into an arc, placing my shoulders directly under me, getting my back as tight as possible, and get my glutes underneath me. I then set my feet so they're pointed forwards and creating a tight leg drive, spreading my knees, creating absolute tightness all the way up to my shoulders. Now here is where you can change to your preference, but when it comes to setting my grip, I always go 1 thumb length into the grip, take a big breath, and let it rip. Secondly, we have the booty maker, the man maker, the squat. I always start by setting my grip. Just as with the bench, I go 1 thumb length onto the grip. Again, this can change depending on your shoulder mobility. I then approach the bar, centering my chest and placing my feet shoulder width apart. I slip under the bar, squeezing my back tight, then placing the bar on the shelf I've created with my back muscles, ensuring it's solid, locked in, and not going to slip. I take a deep breath, use my legs to unrack, step out and set my feet, slightly shoulder width apart and slightly pigeoned. I ensure tightness of my upper body, say a little prayer in my head, take a deep breath, and let it rip. Lastly, we have the movement notorious for the awful form or mass amounts of weight moved, the deadlift. Deadlift form takes a while to figure out, all depends on mobility and can change depending on limb length. I start by setting my feet just shoulder width apart with my toes forward, using my pinky toe, big toe, and heel to grip the ground like a tripod. Then comes my grip, and as the last 2 lifts above, I go 1 thumb length onto the grip. I then lock out my arms, lengthen my hamstrings, take a big deep breath, come down till my hamstrings engage, and simultaneously push into the ground as I pull the bar and let it rip. And that is my 3 lift setup. Hope you can take something away from this, and in the meantime, enjoy your lifts.